I spent over $1,000 on Hololive cards from OniGiri. If you have not seen OniGiri, OniGiri is an absolute treat to watch. I absolutely love her content. And as somebody that is also a trading card game aficionado, well, I have a lot of trading cards, let's put it that way. L5R, Naruto CCG, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon TCG, Magic the Gathering, in what capacity I still have, Modern Tron, Rise Up. I feel I've been in the sphere for a bit. And what we're going to be talking about today, I assume, is actually going to be the Weiss Schwarz. People will call it Weiss Schwarz for those that I don't know. I don't know. People don't pronounce it the German way. It is Weiss Schwarz, white black. It's a game where you have things like Evangelion, Attack on Titan, other such series that will Project Diva, and you just kind of battle it out in this universal card system. And Hololive had a set, and I've been debating on picking up a couple of them. But I'm very curious what Onigiri's purchases were. I'm very curious what she got. If she got any of the signed cards as well.
What? Where? You pulled the SSR? No.
Yeah, that's Weiss. I know that. I know those backgrounds.
Show me, you cocksucker. Show me. Can I see? Is it a Corone?
It's a Corone.
Oh, he pulled a. Here we have what we've all been waiting for.
Those
a
are
lot
boxes.
Of Hololive cards.
Did she buy a case? Oh my god, absolute legend.
Never actually did card openings, so this is my first time. I don't really have much experience with it, so hopefully it's gonna go well. Again,
Onigiri's a pack opening channel confirmed. Those of you that have played TCGs know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't really know what to expect or which super cards I'm looking for. I think honestly, I would be just kind of happy if I found a Hachama.
Hachama?
Right. Okay, let's start. This is my first case. Okay. First and foremost, we have this one, Santa no Presento. This card is called Santa's Present.
Okay, so yeah, that's the promo card that comes with every box.
Yeah, right, because they have the box toppers. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, it's the promo card. Okay.
You can actually tell the rarity by looking at the bottom of the card near the center. And
which trying to remember how
I'll
they
show
do
you
this.
what the rarity is. It's that little silver strip in the bottom.
Right. No, so Naruto CCG did a little different, where you had no dots, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot for common, uncommon, rare, and super rare specifically. I actually like their system, whereas in Magic the Gathering you have way too many rarities to consider. And Pokemon's actually getting to that point as well. I like when a rarity system is simple enough to figure out.
The middle.
I'm gonna open the first one. First pack! I get my first pack of Hololive cards. Okay, first one on the docket. Ayame. This is...
I love Ayame. Ayame's actually super legit.
Ayame, right? The next one.
Ayame!
Another Ayame.
Amazing.
The art is so cute.
The green screen is doing wonders with this background.
Oh, I love it. And then next one.
Corone!
Oh.
So what's neat about some of these cards, the art for them are actual screen grabs from the Hologra series, which is their animated series that they have every Sunday.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Is it? Oh, I hadn't.
So Project Diva. So for example, let me see if I can pull this up really quick for you, because I actually have a bit of experience in Weiss Schwarz. Not enough. I actually don't have an active deck, but I do have experience in Weiss Schwarz as a series. So if we go to, I use TCG Player specifically, but you don't have to use TCG Player. That's just the one I end up having to use. If we go to this card list, right, which you should be seeing just now, we have like Madoka Magica, we have Sword Art Online, Fate Zero. We've gone to like Fate Zero, for instance, King of Ideals Saber, right? And it's going to... Some of them actually have unique art, but some of them are actually just screen grabs. So for example, we've got a Project Diva second, right? And you go to... why is there no Luca? There's got to be Luca in here, right? Hatsune Miku... I'm trying to find one that I actually remember. But you can notice some of these are actually going to be recognizable names. So like if we go to... probably let's do Miku for reals. Miku Nishite Agaru. It's actually from the MVs. It's actually a very interesting game. Like the system's a little interesting when you actually get into it. It's like I can't really. It's been way too long since I've honestly done it. I'm actually curious if prices have stabilized or if they're still like really expensive. But I mean, they'll take certain official artworks, they'll take screen grabs, they'll take a bunch of this and put it on cards. And so effectively it's like, yeah, you can play with Ayame from this, or you can play with Seven Deadly Sins, you can play with Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Field 2, and Oath of Sword Saber, right? Like, yeah, it's a very neat card game, but it was very pricey when I was looking into it. Plus, we had someone locally in Idaho that bought out like all of the Project Diva stock, so that kind of kept a lot of people.
No idea. I'm learning so many things. Okay, Crone looking cute. Next one. Who is
that Suisei?
Suisei. Oh, Suisei's hair is getting blocked out.
Yeah. Hand cam.
Fubuki. Fubuki. Oh, hello.
Those are kind of like... I can't remember what those are. Those are like, so the face, the up and down, the vertical ones are like your character cards, and the sideways ones, if I remember correctly, are like your event cards. So there's it's a silly game, but I love it.
And we're approaching the last few, I believe. Next one. Hey, it's Midnight from Konosuba. What's her name? Flare. Flare.
Literally says it at the bottom, Gary.
It says in English. I just realized.
So they actually say both, actually, because that says Flare. So that would be Shiranui Flare. They all have the Japanese on them, but then they have, because these are localized, right? You'll have the English ones as well. And then, so you see how this says, down here, it says Hololive, and it says 3rd generation. These are actually like keyword traits. So for example, in Magic the Gathering, if you have a crab creature, right? You have a legendary creature, and it's got like it's a crab, right? That kind of thing. It's a keyword that designates what it is or what it's part of, right? And you can kind of do cross things. Like I think you can play Fate with Hollow. I think you can. I have to look at the rule book. It's been a while since I've done Weiss. Let me know if you're interested, and I can probably get back into it. But there are cards that will deal with grab a Hololive card or do something with a 3rd generation card. So these are kind of important keywords.
That. I didn't realize the English name was there. I was trying to read the Japanese name. Okay, this is the last one. Kanata.
Amazing.
Okay. We have Choco.
Choco.
We have
Nurse Sora.
We have Pecora. I love Pecora. She's so cute. We have Mel. All right. Everybody know. Oh. What's going on here? It's a whole group. This card is called the Bouquet, and it's shiny. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah,
is it an ultra rare? Don't say that.
That's an SR. That's a secret rare, I think.
That's actually not like, that's kind of a big deal. It depends on what the SRs go for, really. Like, I think SRs, the signed ones are really the chase. Like, if you go for like a Gargura with a signature on it, or a like Ozora Subaru with a signature on it, because there are cards with signatures on it. Those are the chase cards.
Okay.
Yeah, sleeve that.
Nobody breathe! Surgeon Precision. Don't look at me! You're gonna make me drop it.
Drop it. Don't drop it.
Amazing.
Don't drop it.
Stop saying that! I think I did it, chat.
Yes, there are people that will deal with these not only in gloves, but very careful environments, especially when people are going to try to get them PSA'd. Like, it's hard PSAs. PSAs in general is such a weird collector's market.
Okay, continuing.
Watame.
We have Ayame Watame. Did you guys know that Watame means cotton in Japanese?
Oh my god, that actually makes a lot of sense, though. I didn't actually know this. That makes a lot of sense, though. Oh my god. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
And this one is Luna. And Toa. Oh, Toa is shiny. This is RPR's Oshi. Okay. And this is the promo card, I believe.
I'm trying to remember if Weiss had reverse rares or not. I thought it did. I thought it had reverse foil variants.
A Summer Love. It's pretty, though. Okay, next. Moving on, we have Mika. Mika?
It's Mikoshi.
Miko, sorry. Miko. Making sure I'm not missing one. Noelle. Okay. And then we have Toa again. And... oh, another group one. But this card is called Beyond the Stage with You. Who is this cute little girl?
Mikochi.
Mika again, I believe? Oh, Miko.
Those of you that have watched me for a period of time know that I love me some Sakura Miko. Mikochi is absolutely based.
Oh, and this one is shiny. The next one. Omaru polka.
That's a polka.
I still haven't seen any
They're grabbing some really great clips for this. Like, there's definitely some Weiss Schwarz cards. Like, there was the Evangelion set. I don't think it ever got localized in English, but there was an Evangelion set, and I don't know, there's a couple like series out of Weiss that were like really weird, if that made sense. Like, they got some really weird screenshots for some of these things, but sometimes they really strike it out with some of them too. Like, or it ends up being that the cards that you want to use that are quote unquote meta defining, that are the meta cards out of a set that you want, are the cards that look worse than the ones that you want to play. I mean, that's anything, right? I mean, you can hate your boss monster, but your extender in a game is going to be just like, you know, look really great, but then you hate getting out your boss monster because it just looks awful. I mean, that's just card games.
Hachimas. I would be happy just to get a regular Hachima, to be honest. Toa again? Wait, this is Toa.
That's not Toa.
No, Aqua.
Oh my god.
Okay, and the next one, Miko.
Mikochi.
Okay, and this one is...
I like the Onigiri clip in her hair. That's actually kind of cool.
Toa, Devilish Eyes. Aki, Rosenthal. I know who that is.
Lami.
Lami. I haven't seen her before. She's pretty. Lami.
Lami's great. I've seen some of her content. Lami's content, at least what I've seen, is actually great. Like, there's a lot of Hololive members that, like, it's not that they're bad or anything. It's just, for some reason, they seem to get less outreach in algorithms. Like, Hollow X, I can't remember what's her name, the samurai in Hollow X, right? Because we know Laplace, we know Louis, we know, God, I do love Sakamoto Chloe. Chloe is just a mood. And then we have the doctor, and then we have the samurai. Like, a lot of people forget that the samurai in Hollow X exists, and it's like really just a shame. But there's a lot of great talent in Hollow.
And then we...
There it is. So when I said signature, that is what, yeah, you have, I think they stamp it on, obviously, or they do something with it. I don't think they're actually going through and signing each and every single card, but they are able to transfer that signature and print it onto the card. And so these are chase rares. You'll get cards like this where you have a Subaru, which goes Ora Subaru, and it's signed, and people will pay excellent amounts of money for this, like exorbitant amounts of money for this.
We have Shuba Shuba, Ko's favorite.
Yeah,
Put that in the sleeve right now. That's signed.
Yeah, sleeve that.
Oh, this counts as signed?
Poor Gary.
Yes, it has your signature on it.
Yes, that's a signed one. Dude, that's a good card.
Shion? And this one is Shion's birthday. Who is this? Muri? Matsuri. Okay, next one. Mio! Who's this? Robinson? Roboko-san.
I'm going to be honest, like half of the... I'm actually surprised that Rushia is in the set, though. I'm actually surprised. When was this? 1 year ago? Well, Hollow does retain Rushia in terms of design IP, as far as I'm aware. So I guess it's not that weird.
Rushia, right? Rushia. Spending time with everyone. This is a cute one. Look how cute that is. I like this one. I like the art on it. It's very adorable. We have more Krone. Who is this? I can't see.
That's Botan.
Braum? Oh, Botan.
Hi,
Botan.
Botan
means peony in Japanese. And
if Botan is like big brain MLG, like Botan is such a mood.
And last one. Oh.
Promise you, she is better at FPS games than you.
I don't recall asking.
Yes. No. Like Botan is actually cracked. Like if you have not seen, is it Shishido Botan, right? I think it's Shishido. If you have not seen Botan, like, watch her gameplay. Absolutely just cracked.
For your stupid opinions. We have Watame again. This one is Okayu. Marin Choco.
She is also an excellent cook. Known for being one of the best among the girls.
Really?
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
I had no idea.
She has not burned rice either.
Shut up, man. Anyways, Kanata. There we go. And
the
Marin,
burn.
again.
Sencho.
And this is the last one. Summer Memory. This is the last one. Coco!
Poor Coco.
Okay. This one is a shiny. It's not signed, but...
There she is. There she is. There's Nene. That's all I gotta say. There's Nenechi. I love me. That's not me laughing. Like, I'm laughing because Nene shows up a lot on the stream. Like, Nene shows up a odd amount of times, and I love Nene.
Yeah.
Chat, I love you. Mwah.
What about me? The streamer!
Who are you?
Got him.
Who asked?
Nene. And this one is Dancho to Ishoni. That's
Also,
what the card is called.
If
I said they
you
were-
notice how this has a around the name, right? How the text is white, but it's black in name.
One is Dancho.
But if we look at
Who are you?
Subaru, how she's yellow.
Who asked?
Nene.
You look at Nenechi, right? Momosuzu Nene, as she has a red border. The colors also come into play in the game. It's been a while since I've played Weiss. Also, I can't remember if that's a trigger or not. I think I'm thinking of Vanguard. But yeah, like there's actually a lot of stats on here. Auto versus reversing a card, tapping a card. Weiss is one of those games. So, I mean, people get into Magic the Gathering because of arguably its ease of entry, right? You're playing a blue deck. What do you do? Okay, do you have your swamps? Yeah. Or sorry, not swamps. That did not just happen. Nope, that did not just happen. Do not clip that. Because I have people that will be very disappointed in me. Look, in my defense, I don't play color decks. I play Tron. I play Eldrazi. I play colorless because I hate colors. I ain't reality smashing. I don't want it. But like cool. Do you have your islands? Cool. Yeah, put down your islands. Tap your islands. Cool. I bring this crab or whatever into play. Your opponent's doing something? Cool. Have you heard of my little friend called Counterspell? Yeah. Like, what is it? Force of Will is the other big one in like modern format. So like Magic the Gathering has a very simplistic system in comparison. You got your name, you got your mana, you got your. I guess let me go through and I guess let me kind of explain what I'm talking about. So if we talk about we talk about Bay here, right? We're going to talk about Bay for a second. When we talk about Bay, we're like, what are you looking at in terms of card design, right? Cool. You have your name. Grats. What's your cost? 15 colorless, right? You can actually throw anything into this because it doesn't have the colorless diamond symbol specifically. Legendary creature means you can only have one of it in play at a time. Eldrazi. Awesome. Cool. You have your subtype. Kind of like how you have like 3rd gen Hololive keywords, right? Spell can't be countered. Pretty intuitive. When you cast a spell, take an extra turn after this one. Cool. Explains itself. RTFC. Those of you that played card games know exactly what I'm talking about. Flying, protection from colored spell, Annihilator 6. Annihilator, you have to look up what that keyword does. But I mean, it's on the card. Whenever Cool the End's turn is put into graveyard from anywhere, this owner shuffles their graveyard into their library. Awesome, cool, everything makes sense. Now, if we take a look at like Megarine Luca from Weiss Schwarz, right? And let's go and pick, let's see here. I guess let's go pick, the chase one that everyone's going to want, right? So we look at this card, right? Auto, when this card is placed to the stage from your hand, you may put the top card of your clock into your waiting room. A lot of terminology is getting shuffled around. We're with Emrakul, right? Like, awesome. Flying, protection from colored spells, etc. You have auto, which is, it just automatically applies itself. This card is placed on the stage, which is the playing field from your hand. Top card of your clock into the waiting room. I can't remember if clock is deck, or I can't remember if that's a specific zone. It's been a while. Auto, 1 ability, so cost to 1. This ability activate up to 1. This ability activates up to 1 time per turn. When this card battles that's got to be a translation error. That's got to be a typo, right? That is correct. When this card's battle opponent becomes reverse, so whatever card this is across from becomes reversed, which is this backwards facing arrow right here on a rectangle. The card named Double Lariat in your climax area. Climaxes are the sideways cards, right? You may pay the cost. Cool, awesome. Condition is met. This is how you activate it. If you do, stand this card. So effectively, you just ready it again until the end of this turn. This card gets minus for soul in the following. But you see how even just reading this, right? You see how reading this is so different, right? And then you have to keep track of your level, which is 3, your cost, which is 2, your soul. I'm trying to remember where soul is specifically. I know this symbol comes into play. Card type character. I think this is the character symbol. Trait, music, right? We have their trait where Hololive have the generation, have Hololive, right? Color red, power 10,000, trigger soul, right? Okay, cool. Now let's compare that to, once again, Emrakul the Aeon's Torn, which arguably has a lot more text than a lot of things, like Land of War Elves, right? Rarity, cool. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't care. I don't do Magic the Gathering rarity. Number, cool. Set name. Card type, legendary creature Eldrazi. It's a 15/15 with a cost of 15, right? You see how self-explanatory this is in comparison to dealing with Weiss Schwarz? So I would argue that is actually one of those, and it's one of the things that kind of really prevents me from getting too into it, is there's not only finding the product is actually generally more expensive. You see how this can be actually considered over-designed in certain aspects. Once again, I'm somebody that can have a conversation about, well, why does Magic the Gathering function on a land system? Well, I mean, that's going to be prevent color soup, right? You don't want to have everything in a single deck because that's just not fun. That's happened to games like Force of Will, right? If you can suddenly run everything in a single deck, I mean, somewhere in the design process, something has gone wrong. You don't want to run all your cards in the best deck. Yu-Gi-Oh! To a degree kind of does this a little bit. It, kind of segregates things out by summon mechanics, right? Fusion monsters and link monsters and ink synchro monsters, Ixie monsters, pendulums kind of do different things, and they kind of have their own pseudo color pie kind of thing going on. But like there's intellectual discussion that can happen from design. As somebody that is looking at designing a card game, I don't know if people want to watch streams regarding that, so that's why I don't, right? But these are the things that I think about. If you're going to go with the land base, okay, that's fine. Are you going to go with the land base or you're not going to go with the land base? How over designed can you make a card? Because I can over design a card. I actually haven't actually gone over this. L5R by Nitoshi. Best clan, don't at me. Literally no one here in this chat is going to have played this game. I guarantee it. People in my comment section have, but people in chat have not. Now, if we talk about L5R, this is actually an example of over-designing a card. So, for example, we have Bayushi Natoshi, right? And to a Magic the Gathering player, you're going to look at this. Hey, greetings, Dominic. How's it going? You're going to look at this, right? Bayushi Natoshi is the name. You have your force, right? But this isn't your force and health. This is your force. Think like your attack stat. This is your chi. Think like dueling stat. Think like politics stat, etc. Yes, politics are in this game, and this is actually a win condition. 2 of the 4 win conditions are politics, actually. This is personal honor. This is the gold cost that it comes into play. If you bring this card into play, you get this amount of personal honor. Honor requirement was a thing, and then that kind of got nerfed going into Ivory Edition towards the death of the game. Now, let's get into keywords, right? So how we had keywords like, keywords in Magic the Gathering, like you have Hexproof, Death Touch, Lifelink, etc. Scorpion Clan, Clan Champion, relevant keywords. Courtier, relevant keyword for Courtier and political decks. Ninja, yes, he's also a ninja as well. The fact that he's a ninja is actually kind of neat. Samurai, relevant keyword. Sociopath. As far as I'm aware, there was actually a point in an actual L5R tournament that someone had to call a judge over for sociopath keywords. It is a dead keyword. Sociopath does nothing in the game. It is flavor text because Bayushi Natoshi himself is a sociopath in the setting. However, Bayushi Natoshi himself having sociopath as a keyword does nothing. Loyal, meaning he cannot be put into play by like a Crane Clan player, a Phoenix Clan player. As far as I'm aware, like if someone was running, what was it? It wasn't Kalani's. There was it was whatever No Face ran out of. It was the Imperial Stronghold and Emperor. Someone in the comment section can know exactly what I'm talking about. Unique, I mean, that's the same thing as legendary, right? Can only one in play. Showed you soul, kind of relevant for certain things, etc. But you see how already we have so much information, some even extraneous keywords packed into such a tight box, and then that gets into the effect, right? Political limited, meaning is a political action, thus, dealing with courtiers, magistrates, etc. For certain cards that, negate a political action. How many political actions you've taken this term does count as a political action. Limited means that it's spell speed 1 in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Where you have, what's the word? Like Fire Formation Tenki are things that you can play on your turn only, right? Spell speed 1, and then you have spell speed 2, which is kind of like instants in Magic. So this is kind of, I guess, like a sorcery in Magic the Gathering terms, right? You can play this as a limited. You are limited, quote unquote, to your turn. Target personality, destroy a different one of your own personalities. Natoshi kills his own and blames another. Natoshi blaming his own and killing another actually serves nothing but flavor text at this point. It's just explaining what's going on. Dishonor the target's control, loses 3 honor. So you're effectively targeting a creature your character, your opponent controls. You are ganking one of your own creatures to effectively cause a status condition to your opponent's creature, and then they lose 3 honor, which I love L5R. It is not new player friendly, I would argue. And then political battle. Once again, political doesn't need any action. Target dishonorable personality or a card with out attachments. Destroy it. Awesome. Target a dishonorable personality. His first effect has limited. Already does this. It already dishonors it. It already gives it that status condition. Or a card without attachments. Attachments are pretty relevant. We had Searchy Daikyu, especially towards the end of Emperor transitioning to Ivory. We had like Sepun's Blessed Blades, whatever, one of the stupid crane swords as well, right? Like we had a bunch of that. Cool. You just outright kill a thing, right? It's kind of like a Doomblade with more steps, if that makes sense. Now let's compare that to the Naruto CCG. Let's go Sage Mode, because Sage Mode is probably one of the most broken cards I've ever actually seen in setting. Anyways, so let's go to, we're gonna have to go to Troll and Toad for this one for the listing. It's actually gonna give us a better idea of what this looks at. Actually, there's actually a CCG wiki on this. I didn't know this. Now compare this to So if we go to the Naruto CCG, once again talking about, this is all funneling back into the initial point, I promise. So if we take a look at, you know, Naruto, which I still actually have, I have my German Sage Mode, and I'm really a big fan of it. When you look at the card itself, you kind of have a similar over-design aspect going on here. You have Ninja, right? Okay, you want to know if a card is a land. You want to know if a card is a creature. You want to know if a card is an instant, if it's a sorcery, right? You want to know that, right? It's a monster personality character, ninja as it's called, right? You have your name with subtext Sage Mode, which actually makes it Naruto's Uzumaki Sage Mode. You can't dissect text in this game. You have your elements. You have your lightning and your wind. Lightning, it's not necessarily a set color pie. There was kind of a color pie going on here, but don't worry about it. Naruto being lightning is one of those weird things that as the anime was going on, they just kind of gave him this, and then later in Shippuden, they started giving him wind. So obviously, you have your Sage Mode stance. You have your quote flavor text, right? Symbol, right? Leaf symbol. You're a Konoha leaf shinobi. You're a leaf, and actually, that might actually be redundant now that I think about it. Entrance cost, you must be on turn 7 to play this. You also must put a card from your hand into your chakra area, which is this game's mana system, of either lightning or wind into your chakra area to pay for this entrance cost. It is a leaf. It has characteristics leaf, has characteristic genin, characteristic male, name Naruto Uzumaki. This is actually something that is probably over-designed, and this is a product of the game going on super early on and then leading into Naruto Uzumaki Sage Mode, but still having Naruto Uzumaki as a name. Clone status, early on thing. It just means that it's just a keyword that most Narutos have. Mastery is a keyword that if you use a jutsu, I actually use this to snake a tournament, actually, where I was using Naruto Sage Mode. And I actually, this was actually before I found out Mastery was only once per turn. But Mastery is, think like if you cast Counterspell, you can pay an additional after Counterspell resolves to add it back to your hand if it meets certain conditions. So if I were to Naruto Uzumaki use Rasen Shuriken, which I did in a tournament, it's the Pain team, right? I would Rasen Shuriken the team, pay the extra, which technically is negligible because of his effect, but we'll get to that in a minute, right? And then you would discard that. Discard a card from your chakra area to bring that back to your hand, and then you could use Rasen Shuriken again. Before we actually understood that Mastery was once per turn, I did actually snake a game with this because I nuked 3 teams. Main team, Mastery, second team, Mastery, third team, which then again, the judge at that point should have come in and said, hey, this is actually once per turn. Even then, I think it would have led to the same outcome. But Mastery is pretty nutty. And then Reinforcement, that just means it's from this deck's quote-unquote extra deck, this game's extra deck. So entrance cost, sacrifice Naruto Uzumaki with entrance cost of 3 or more. So a Naruto Uzumaki, not without Naruto Uzumaki, the Shuriken has to be 3 or more. Grats, put in play from your extra deck with all these costs. Valid means that it can work while tapped, because there's a healthy status, and then when it's injured, you turn it to the side. You use this stat instead. This is also a characteristic oil. You'll see Genjutsu, Ninjutsu, Taijutsu, Snake, just different thematic elements for this game that are offset from the actual elements, the actual color pie. Your discard pile is considered to be your chakra area, meaning any card in your discard is effectively part of your mana pool as well. When you play a jutsu, so when you play a spell or sorcery, instant or sorcery, since all chakra used to pay for that jutsu, it returns to the bottom of your deck, so you can effectively just refuel your hand. But also, once again, focusing on how over-designed this is. Sure, I can explain this all day. I can explain this ad nauseum. And I'm sure there's people out there that would be like, oh, this game's actually kind of cool. Like, oh, that's interesting that you bring this up. What I want to bring to the table is that this is incredibly over-designed. And as someone that loves this game, I still, to this day, will play Naruto CCG. I will still play the game. So now we're going to go back go full circle, right? We've seen Bayushi Natoshi, we've seen Naruto Uzumaki, and we're going to go back to Emrakul. I need to actually zoom out really quick. 100%. There we go. But we go to Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn again, right? Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn. Do you see how simplified this is? Do you see how streamlined this is? Do you see how easy it is for someone who has no ability prior in this game to pick up Magic the Gathering? That makes it such an easier bar of entry for a lot of people, and that actually matters. So when you look at a game like Weiss, where it's talking about the clock, where it's talking about the stage, where it's talking about climax cards, right? You start to get lost in kind of a word soup to a degree. Not saying it's a bad game by any means. I'll still absolutely play the game if I can find a set that I like. Absolutely. That is something that anyone in game design and designing CCGs in particular, like I want to do, like I'm trying to do, is going to look at. So there's your 30-minute derail into card games, right? Compare that to this. Do you see how potentially over-designed it is and how a new player could potentially get lost in this? Because there's a lot going on a card. You know, generally keeping things simple, but you can absolutely have a little complexity to it.
And this one is Dancho to Ishoni. That's what the card is called. Together with Dancho.
Amazing.
And last one is Feet. Caillou. And her feet.
No!
Who is
Don't
this
look at my
fart?
tweets.
It would be Okayu. It would be Okayu, wouldn't it?
Oh, Flare. Oh my god. Why did I think it was fart? What is
Amazing.
wrong?
my god.
What?
Flare. Flare. Mel?
It's a vampire.
Oh, she's a vampire? She
Amazing.
looks
Mel
too
is a
cute to be
vampire.
a vampire.
She drinks acerola juice instead of blood.
She drinks my ass juice?
Nice.
What?
Huh?
Whoa.
Classic Giri.
No, Venom just
God.
said that she drinks my ass juice.
That's not what I said.
You gotta clean your ears or something.
Sora,
That old
this one
age
is
really getting to
shiny.
you.
It's the old age. Sorry, guys. Oh, Hachama.
I love Hachama.
It's a regular one, but a Hachama.
Oh, Kiryu
Coco.
So you'll notice that there's a lot of characters. Like that Hachama was part of red. This Kiryu is yellow. You can actually have repeats of characters. I'm sure if I go to the Fate set, I'll find a saber that's red. I'll find a saber that's in yellow. I'll find a saber that's in green, right? And they're going to be of different suits, different colors to help certain strategies.
Ooh, Picora. This one's shiny.
To be
Picora,
fair, in all
Picora.
fairness,
Every time I
chat, I have a lot to talk about when it comes to card game design.
hear the word Picora, all I can think about is RPR dressing up as
Amazing.
Picora and repeating her name nonstop. Oh, it's a shiny Coco. And Hachama.
Or each suit will have multiple of the same character as well, where you have multiple red Hachamas, right? You have multiple yellow Cocos. I mean, it's an interesting way they divide up the game.
I need another dopamine fix.
A few moments
Man,
later.
so about that.
No. Oh! Everyone,
That one was sneaky, actually. I like the little drawing on there. That was sneaky.
everyone shut up! Look!
Amazing.
Sign Lani.
I'll do it on the GoPro.
Hold up. Hold it to the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a sign Lani. Very nice.
That is a sign Lami.
Oh, she's so cute. Wait, you're opening a box? What? OniBro stole my box. What?
He's the one that opens the box with the rainbow
No,
sign.
I swear to
You
God,
will.
if
Yeah,
you
You will.
pull...
Everybody
Right now.
cross your fingers and cross your toes.
Stop!
Rage.
Cross your fingers for me! Cross your fingers for me and curse
Cross your
OniBro,
fingers
send
and cross
bad
your
vibes.
toes.
12 seconds
Is that an Onigiri mat? Like, is that actually for sale? Because I will buy that.
later.
What?
I will absolutely, like, buy VTuber playmats. Like, if a Dragon Spit playmat came out tomorrow, I'd absolutely buy the hell out of that. I have way too many playmats. I have playmats that I can't bring to game stores. But those are the playmats that I'll bring out in the right company. And and everyone just looks at me and they're like, that's classy. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty classy, ain't it? Yeah, there are Chandra and Nissa playmats I cannot bring out in mixed company. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But like, I mean, that's just how that works. When I go to a game shop, it's don't bring weird mats like that when people are present in a game shop. It's not funny. It's not haha. It's just cringe, right? Nobody wants to see an etchy mat when you're playing against a like 12-year-old in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Don't. That's why I have my Zentreya Gecko playmat though, because I will bring that all day. And I'll look at someone else, and they'll look at me, and we'll just kind of nod to each other, and they're like, "Yeah, follows Zentreya too. Yeah, Zentreya's pretty great, right?" That that's acceptable. Now, if you have something like a certain Chandra and Nissa playmat, don't bring that to a game shop. It just comes across as weird. Like, this is your PSA for don't bring ecchi mats into a public setting, especially if there's going to be kids around. Just don't. Like, it's just cringe. No, OniGiri is, as far as I'm aware, she's her own independent creator. I would really love an Oni mat, though.
What?
OniGiri mat.
Where? You pulled the SSR? No, show me! Show me, you cocksucker. Show me, show me.
Oni is
Can I
about
see?
to
Is it a
just
Corone?
go nuts.
Is it a Corone? Oh, he pulled a Corone!
Amazing.
Oh,
That's a
my
signed.
God.
That's a signed Corona. How much is that worth, actually? TCG player. Corona. Not Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn. I don't know why my TCG player always defaults to Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn. I actually have no idea why it does that. So if we're going on TCG player, because generally that's where these markets are, $4.99. That is at current price. We are looking at TCG player marketplace. The listing that is pushed is $4.99. Yeah, you're looking at like $500. We have a listing for $6.99 right now. So when I say these cards are sought after, these cards are sought after.
How is he so lucky? He took it from me! He took it
Depending on how expensive the case was, they might have actually profited hard.
He owns that. He pulled the He owns that now.
Oh my.
Oh, there goes your thumbnail. There goes your clickbait.
Yeah, he will pull the
If you look
That is
carefully.
the rarest card in that case.
And OniBro pulled it.
And I was
Isn't Ko a huge Corona
Amazing.
fan too?
Yes.
Corona is based. Love Corona.
Oh, congrats on your new account, OniBro.
Yeah,
Nice.
congrats,
It's
bro.
my card! It's my money, it's my card! OniBro, did you want to do another one, or are you
Yes, please.
The first card it pulled is signed. Hachima
dead? Oh
card.
my god.
Achama,
I will
chama.
cry. You want to do another one? Here, you can do. No, I decide which one you pick. Shut!
I wonder how much that costs. Like, how much does a case of Weiss cost, actually? How much does a case of Weiss Schwarz cost? 630 USD. I mean, obviously, like, signed cards and stuff like that aren't guaranteed as far as I'm aware, because it is RNG. Yeah, they made their money back if they sold that.
Just laugh if
That
she
would make
picks
it
the one that
even
has the
better.
signed card in it.
I'ma feel it. I'ma feel it out. Which one has the least luck? Let me see which one has the
That's
least
all.
luck.
That's got to be more, though, right? That can't be 600. That's probably
I'm
more.
gonna do this one. No, not the middle one.
That's probably 27. No, it's 18 boxes. It looks like it's too deep.
There you go. May the luck not be with you.
Yeah, because the box would close there. That looks like it's gonna be an 18 box case.
Oh, guys! I got Okayu. I got Okayu.
Amazing.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
signed.
You have,
I got
you have the
You
Okakoro
got
complete
you
set.
got Okakoro.
He pulled
He's got a
he
really
pulled
big
a
chest right
Hachama. OniBro pulled a no.
Let's go!
Gary pulled Okatsu.
What a trad.
He pulled both Hachima and the SSP Corone.
That's actually a really cool Hachama, though. As somebody that's a huge Hachama fan.
That's luck.
Fuck. I wanted to pull the Hachama.
Actually insane.
Oh
was supposed
my
to be
god.
What a
mine.
freaking giga trad.
Okay, last pack, guys. Last pack. If I don't get a signed Coco, I will cry.
Now you're gonna start crying.
Dang it, is it working?
I think that there's a set with English members. I thought there was a set with Holo EN members, but I'd have to check. I mean, looks like it's strictly JP.
Oh wait.
Sakura
Oh, it's not.
Yasuko.
No, it's not signed though. No, that's a regular one. Oh no,
Lonnie.
guys, I didn't get it.
You made your money back.
We told you to cry like from the start, but you didn't listen.
Yeah, you literally
Yeah.
said, if I don't get this card, I'll start crying, and I literally said, start crying.
I thought that I would be special, you know? I thought that I would be the one to break the statistic, right? I'm outside of the statistic. I'm always living outside of the skew.
I mean, I broke statistics. Back when Duelist Alliance launched, one of the subsequent sets had El Shaddai Shekinaga in it. I bought 2 boxes and got 0 secret rares. That was when they started fixing pull rates too. Like I was infuriated that I dropped 0 secrets across 2 boxes. I don't know. Sometimes I can pull it lucky though. Like I got the last like OTS pack and got like an Ultimate Rare Thunder Dragon Colossus. Like my luck is so weird. I'll blow my luck in one go consistently, and then for the next few weeks, I'm just like awful luck.
I finished the case. Chat, I did it.
Donuts too. That's amazing.
Yes.
You know what? Stop bullying Yuzu. Okay, just stop.
That outro is great.
Stop bullying Yuzu. You have to stop bullying me.
No,
No.
Yuzu's cute.
No.
What?
No, I actually really love this. And I hope this was kind of an interesting insight to those that are interested in TCGs, like things that I think about, things that go into play. I mean, if you are interested in game design streams, I guess I could probably do those. I don't know how popular they would be, but I mean, it's something that I am working towards. So I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot that is I kind of plan for in the coming year. If you haven't checked out OniGiri, you should definitely check out OniGiri. She's such a cool creator, and I really love what she puts out. Her design, her model is amazing. OniBro is especially meme. That was God. I love it. Like, definitely go check out OniGiri if you haven't. And alas, that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have you played Weiss Schwarz before? Did you not play Weiss Schwarz before? Do you agree with some of the points when I say that some cards are over-designed? Do you think that Weiss is going to be harder for your average player? Did you find no issue at all getting into Weiss? What is your baby, quote unquote, if you will? What is your best pull that you've gotten into Weiss? And if not, what adjacent game? Did you play L5R? Especially if you played L5R. Hi, you're cool. Yeah, I feel that. What clan did you play? What was your favorite clan champion? If you play Magic the Gathering, I mean, what decks are your favorite? Do you think that I bring up valid points in regards to the game being easier to get into? It's not super over designed, and using Emrakul as an example of kind of a more messy card text, so to speak. But I mean, it's still being easy to follow along. Did that make sense to you? Do you hate me for being a dirty Tron player? Let me know in the comment section, all the fun stuff, and I will see you in the next one.